Hello guys, hi, it's NEONshe here and welcome to my studio. Yay! We made it guys, we're here. You guys are currently sat on a piano. I've got my lovely backdrop here. I've got my microphone stand in the corner. My microphone is not in here right now, but this is the room where all of the magic is going to be happening, all of the recording, all of the music making, all of the collaborations, all of the creativity. So I'm very happy to be here. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to even have my own music room. This has been a dream for me for a really long time and we're here. So as you can see, I'm super fresh faced. I'm not in a kimono, which is quite unusual nowadays. I will be wearing one later. I'm going to be doing my makeup today, ready for a full day of shooting with my guinea pigs and doing some singing. It's going to be really fun. And while I'm getting ready, I'm going to be answering some questions that are all about my new single, Never Let It Go. It's the last single from my upcoming album. It's my favourite single, I think. I know I said that about Seasons, but yeah, I really love this one as well. It's the first time that I've been singing in Japanese, so it's a really special song for me, and I really appreciate everybody who has listened to it and checked it out. Thank you so much to the Vinyl Fantasy, especially, who wrote the most wonderful review. I genuinely had tears in my eyes reading it because his words were just so kind, and he has this amazing way of putting into words how I wanted the song to sound, if you know what I mean. The way the song sounds, how I feel it in my mind, but I don't know how to say it in words, but I can make the music. He just expresses it so eloquently every single time. Let's start then. I'll just maybe put my fringe like that. So the first question is, what is the story behind the lyrics, especially the Japanese verse? This is the primer that I'm using. This is W7. It's really grippy, like majide grippy on my eyes. I only put it on my eyes because it's so gluey. So I wrote the lyrics in Japanese with the help of my lovely husband, who is Japanese. We wrote them together. He's never written a song in his life, so that was a really exciting experience for us both. And I'm actually just going to go get a tissue because this is really sticky. One second. She is back. Owari ga kita. That is finally over. Nani mo nai. That means nothing, generally speaking. Natsukashi means nostalgic. So basically I wanted it to be simple. I wanted the lyrics to be simple because my Japanese is simple. I didn't want to be singing more than what I can actually speak, if that makes sense. So I tried to keep it as simple as possible, just so that you guys kind of know where I'm at. Kono toki ga is like this moment. Kako wo ima wa is quite a long way of saying now. Ima is now. And I think it really depends on the context in Japanese. Context is everything. I'm gonna put some foundation on now, just while my primer is drying because it is very sticky. And I'm just gonna pop that just on the bottom here. We'll put a little bit of base on there as well. And I'm just gonna do my eyes as well, put a little bit of base on my eye. Noriko eta. Noriko eta is like, I got through it, I got through the past. Ima wa, it is, now it is. Subete atarashi, now it's all new. Atarashi is new. So that is the Japanese. I wanted to keep it simple. I'm really grateful that I had the help from my husband to write it, because he just made sure that it sounded native. Let's do my eyebrows now. I'm using all of the same stuff and it works really well. I'm quite a minimalist when it comes to makeup. Everything I own is in this little bag, and this bag I got in like 2nd Street, I think. Oh no, I bought this in a charity shop in England, actually. I love a good charity shop. It's important to me to have things that are like environmentally friendly, such as buying things from secondhand, even if they're plastic. I think that's much better than buying something from new that's plastic. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, it would be really cool to have some brands just work with me, because I've been working with some brands recently and it's been really fun. I really enjoy it. I recently worked with Match Hat an amazing website slash app for connecting people. I have met a lot of people at the Match Hat event that I went to, and I'm actually collaborating with some of them, which is really cool. What does the phrase "never let it go" mean to you personally? I'm a very spiritual person, and I've always kind of felt that when things happen, it's for a reason. Oh my god, I've just realised I've got cacao all around my mouth because I had a cacao coffee this morning. I've been feeling this whole thing with cacao in my mouth. When I go through stuff, I've always got the mindset of this is happening for a reason. But that doesn't mean that it's any easier. It doesn't make it easier at all. It makes you more resilient because you know that it's just breaking apart to make something. And that's exactly what's happened with me. Never let it go it's not so much about holding on to joy, because I feel like when you hold on to joy, you feel like there's a lack of joy, and you know, emotions are like this anyway. You can't consistently be joyful all the time. But what was a huge lesson for me last year was being content. I don't think I'd ever felt content in my whole life, like for an extended period of time, which sounds a bit sad, and I think it is quite sad actually, but now I'm at a point where I'm consistently content, so that's really great. So that's what I'm holding on to. It's not about always reaching for happiness or striving for happiness. It's about having more bumps of happiness for sure, and that is definitely the case now. But I think if you can always just aim to be content, like have this middle ground and not feel so all over the place, that's what I'm never letting go of for sure. Should we do gold? I do love gold. In fact, I've got a lovely gold colour in this highlighting thing, the same one as last time. Everything's the same as last time. Guys, please send me some makeup. I don't know what to do. I have no makeup other than this, but I'm making it work. You know, you've seen my looks, and you know that I can work my shit. How does this song reflect your journey of healing and transformation? I'm gonna go in with this gold colour here. This song really talks about my transformation, and it's like a recent transformation as well. My last single, Seasons, was about an old transformation when I was much younger, and I had to do a lot of deep work to get to the bottom of some things that had been really hurting me for a very long time, and I never had the opportunity to work on them. So that was what Seasons was about, and finally having the opportunity to let go and be free. And Never Let It Go it's so different from that, because I had already done so much healing and worked on myself so much and gone so many therapy sessions and done all the right things for myself. But then more things happened that were out of my control. I was dealing with chronic pain every single day. As you know, I have been struggling with chronic pain for a very long time, since I was like 12, and it got really bad in my last year of Japan, specifically last time when I was living in Tokyo. During the pandemic, I was just in pain every day. I was having to take whole days off, not being able to get out of bed, not even being able to make myself a cup of tea. Like, it was brutal. And there was no reason behind it. The doctors were saying I had straight neck syndrome, but I knew there was something else going on. I knew that it was so much deeper than that. And I was right. I know my body. I was right. And even now, I'm still dealing with pain, but it's no longer taking hold of my life. I can still be happy and content every day, and I have a routine that works really well for me that is about healing and nurturing myself. But during this time, just before writing Never Let It Go, I was dealing with really bad chronic pain. I was also really mentally ill. I felt like I'd hit rock bottom. I'm just taking this shade, it's Revolution, and I'm taking this gold shade here. It's called Golden Sands, and I'm just gonna pop this on top and just kind of blend it into what I've already got here. Maybe into my crease a little more. Ooh, that looks nice. It's like a little sunset. Love that. Basically, that resulted in me developing panic attacks, and that was a really scary experience. I had never experienced anything like that. I'd experienced a lot of mental illness that feels like a knot in my stomach, if you know what I mean. Like, I've experienced deep sadness and all kinds of very difficult emotions. I'm going to take this shade now, this one here, and that is Treasure. But to develop panic attacks was so different for me because it was so physical. Like my chest hurt, I couldn't breathe. It was so scary, and I thought that I was dying. I thought that I was, I thought that was the end of my life. And then I had a very spiritual experience. After I developed panic attacks, I decided I couldn't live like that anymore. And so I started going outside every single day, just going for a walk, no matter what the weather was. I have always hated the rain up until that point, and I started walking in it, and I kind of fell in love with it. I'd just walk and have my hood down, I'd just let my face get really wet, and I just embraced. And it was very much a feeling of letting go and learning to just move with whatever life throws at you, and then realizing that actually, yeah, this is rock bottom and it really sucks and it's really painful, but it was breaking stuff away from my life and opening new doors, and that new door was coming to Japan. And it was the best decision we've ever made, because now I'm living such a lovely life, and I have lovely guinea pigs, and I've got this beautiful music room, which is still a work in progress, but that's the joy of it. Like, I have spent so much of my life wanting things to be perfect and wanting things now, and I'm finally learning to just enjoy the process a little bit. That's what Never Let It Go means to me personally. How does Never Let It Go tie into the theme of your your upcoming album, Butterfly? Yeah, so the album's coming out very soon. It's very exciting stuff. It just ties in perfectly. It's near the end of the album because that's when the event happened. Everything's very consistently placed in like when it happened. So Seasons is closer to the beginning and Never Let It Go is closer to the end. Things take time to heal, and it's not just like an upward ladder. You don't just climb the ladder and you're healed. You have to work on yourself, and you have to work really hard, especially if you're coming from a place of deep pain. So this is the W7 again. This is my contour highlight, and I'm just using the contour now. So yeah, it just ties in with everything else very naturally, I feel. What is your favourite lyric from the song and why? My favourite lyric is in the second half of the chorus. Made of stone, so alone I was in the dark, lending out fragments of my heart, but now I'm holding all the pieces. And that is just so meaningful to me, because I really felt that. That was my whole thing that I was dealing with. I was just spreading myself way too thin my whole life, being a people pleaser, and I'm still very much a recovering people pleaser, to be honest. The difference now is that I'm very, very aware of the stuff going on in my life, and I'm trying my best to be as non-people pleasy as possible. So I started taking back these metaphorical pieces of my heart and put it all back together again, and just understand how that happened, why that happened, and how I can avoid that happening again. It's about putting myself first, because it took me a while to do that. Did any specific life experience influence the creation of Never Let It Go? Well, I just talked about my experience with panic attacks and hitting rock bottom, so I think that I've covered that. What message do you want to send your fans through this song? I want to send a message of healing, always. You have the capabilities of making life whatever you want it to be, regardless of how you were brought up, what your circumstances were like, your financial situation. Regardless of all of that, when you take control of your own life and start making decisions for yourself, whatever thoughts might burden you, working on yourself, doing some really deep shadow work, although things take time, you can do it. Like, whatever you want to do, and you can heal. And I think healing is the most important part of anyone's journey, because you could have all the success, all the money, I could be living in this lovely house that I've got now and have my beautiful girls with me, but if I hadn't worked on myself, I don't think I would appreciate it as much as I appreciate it now. And I think it's very easy to get stuck in your own little world, and it's easy to fall into bad habits of spiraling thoughts and stuff like that, and it's hard to appreciate what you have if you don't have control of your internal world. So I think that's my message, to really work on yourself wherever you are in your life, because at the end of the day, you can either let an experience of pain break you and define how you define you in a negative way, where you will play the victim. I decided that doesn't work for me, so I took my power back, and I took back all of the things that hurt me, and I reframed it. I reframed all of it, and now I can view things in a much more positive light because of it. Even the worst things that happen to me, I see them as a lesson rather than something that has broken me. I'm going to use this e.l.f. eyeliner and just do myself a little wing. How does Never Let It Go connect with the unisex and eco-friendly clothing line you have launched? Oh my god, I don't think I've ever spoken about this on my YouTube channel. Well, actually, I don't think I've really spoken about this over video, but yeah, I've got a clothing line, guys. It's all environmentally friendly, all I was gonna say gluten-free then. I wouldn't eat it if I were you. It's all organic cotton anyway, organic materials, and I've made everything so it's unisex. So we've got some really lovely baggy t-shirts and loads of really nice accessories, and I would love to expand to more in the future. So with every song that I've released some clothing as well, and some accessories like some bags and coasters, some cool stuff that you guys can shop. And for me, it's really important that everybody feels welcome, and I think my whole message for this album has been embrace your differences and embrace what makes you unique. Do no harm, take no shit kind of attitude. I wanted to create a clothing line that aligns with my values. All the designs, I've made them myself. I love dabbling in graphic design, and so that's what I have done. If you ever buy anything, like, that's so great because it actually helps me out. It means that I can put more money towards my music and my art, and it means that I can keep doing this and spend more time doing it. It really does help. So thank you to anybody who has already bought stuff from the shop. That is just so lovely, and you will forever have a place in my heart. For any of you guys who are interested in my shop, it's on my link tree. I'll put it down in the description below. This company as well uses eco-friendly ink. It's all plant-based, all natural stuff, so that was the reason I picked it, really. By the way, this is my favourite mascara. It smells like coconuts, which you know I love a good coconut. And this is I Love Revolution. So thank you, Revolution. Let's add some highlighter. I'm going to go in with my Easy Tiger. What advice would you give to someone who's struggling to hold on to positivity? That's a big question, isn't it? I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer because one size does not fit all. I know people who have done really well on taking antidepressants, taking pills. That personally did not work for me. In fact, it made things way worse. I know people who have found exercising works really well for them. But I really think that depends on the person. Like, you know, actually some exercises for me personally, I started running a lot because I thought that was going to heal my mental illness. It actually just raised my cortisol levels, so that did not help me at all. So now I do really gentle yoga, and I practice mindfulness, I go outside and I make music, and that's what works for me, but that might not work for you. So I don't know the answer to that question. It's up to the individual to work it out for themselves. I know that when you're in deep depression, it's really hard to see anything else and you think, I'm going to be like this for the rest of my life. And that's a very real feeling. I totally understand that, but try and hold on to a little bit of hope that that might not be the case. And when you can, try out those different things. Be gentle with yourself as well at the same time. Don't force yourself to do stuff if you're feeling like absolute crap and you're going to make yourself feel worse for being too active. Or if for like me, I was struggling, I am struggling with chronic pain, and when it was really bad, I couldn't do anything, and so I had to be gentle with myself. It's really important to know your personal boundaries. It's really important to know your personal limits. every day's a school day and you should work on yourself a little bit at a time. What collaborations are you most excited about? Ooh, I'm very excited about the remix album, which is being remix EP. Oh my gosh, this is really sticky. I think maybe this has gone out of date. I'm just gonna use it anyway. Ew, that's so gross. Oh my god, guys, I don't know if I can show you this. Can you see this? Ugh, it looks like a bogey. It's so disgusting. Can you see that? Ugh. That's gross. Okay, I have to go in the bin. But that lasted me a while. I'm pretty glad about that. Anyway, I'm gonna put the Breathe Calm Body Shop on because I need to chill. I have been up since 5 a.m. today, and yesterday I was up since 3 something. My sleep schedule is not it right now. But anyway, collaborations. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I've got a remix EP coming out. That will be coming out after the actual album is out. And I have some amazing collaborators working with me. They have made the most amazing songs, amazing versions of my songs of the album. Hectic and Future Analog have made amazing remixes. These guys are professional musicians. I look up to them a lot, and I have had the pleasure of working with them on multiple occasions, and they have been kind enough to remix some of my songs, so I'm very excited about that. Also, I've got other collaborators who are just as amazing and just as hardworking, and I'm really excited to show you guys their music as well, and that's all I'm going to tell you about it. How does this song fit into your broader musical journey and evolution as an artist? Oh, I love that question. So the other important question is, what lipstick should I wear today? Red. Should we do red? I do love red, but I kind of want to be pink as well because I love pink. I don't know where my pink lipstick is. Okay, we're gonna use elf then. Use my my little elf, which is completely fucked. I don't know where the top is, but it's lasted this long. So it fits into the grand scheme of things because after I've released this album, ooh, that looks great. What do you think, guys? So I'm going to be going into more topics of like love songs and general well-being. I feel like this album, it has a lot of very sad topics, and I felt the need to express it because I've never been able to express it. And throughout my life, I've met a lot of people who have gone through the same thing, and I think when you listen to music that you're feeling the way the music feels, I think that can be very healing, even if the music is sad. For me, I have done a lot of healing when listening to sad music. And so I'm not going to lie to you, a lot of the songs on this album are quite sad. I'm in a position now where I can talk about it. I've never been able to. I've always been too scared, or I've always been told that it's not a good idea. And who's to say it's not a good idea? This is my life, and I will talk about what I want to. I just want to tell my story. I want to express myself and help others who need me, and that's why I've been put here. That's why I've been given the gift of being able to create music and being able to connect with you. The next work, the future work, is going to be different. It's going to be still NEONshe, still going to be the vibe that you guys love and the vibe that you guys know, but we're just digging into different topics and we're trying out new things, and I'm back in Japan as well. I'm like in the music industry here. I'm working with lots of really fun, amazing musicians, trying out different genres and working with really interesting people who this Kyoto music industry is so good. I love the people here. I love the vibe of the people here, the musicians. They're all fun and quirky and relaxed, and I just love it. So I'm very excited for what's to come. I'm very excited about the collaborations, especially. I have the next album in the works, but between this album and the next album. I've got a load of collaborations, and I'm also working with people from my hometown. I have a collaboration with an Isle of Wight artist. I can't share too much at this point because you know, we're still working on things. I'm also working with filmmakers and other music producers, people who do music for sync. I'm very, very excited about what's to come. There's lots of opportunities and lots of really amazing people, which has been my dream, to just have a community of people around me who we're all helping each other and we all love each other and support each other. And I finally feel like I've got that and I can stay here, and that's the big thing. When I left Manchester, I was really worried because I didn't know what was going to happen, and I didn't know if maybe not knowing the language so much was going to stunt my growth as a musician, because it did last time when I was in Tokyo, and also COVID. So that's why most of my community has been built online, and I'm really grateful for you guys, and I'm really grateful for you for following my journey to Japan. It's been really great to share with you guys and have this support. So when I left Manchester, I developed such an amazing community, and I was really sad to leave that and worried, especially within the LGBT scene. What I will say is I am only just getting my hands into the LGBT scene here in Japan. It's very secretive. As you guys might know, gay marriage is still not legal here. A lot of the gay people are just hiding because it's not a societal norm. So it's really sad, and I am determined to be part of the change for that. As a bisexual woman who's very openly bi, I've gained an amazing community here, but I feel like there's so much that I want to do. And so following on from this album, who knows what's going to happen? I have plans. I do have plans, as you've heard, and those plans might change and I might be pushed in another direction. But as I say quite a lot in my songs, I just go where the waves take me. I ride the tide and I just allow things to come into my life. I chase the breadcrumbs. I follow the breadcrumbs. That's something my mom always used to say to me, just follow the breadcrumbs and it leads you to the life that you want. And I truly believe that, and that's been my experience. Okay, my makeup is done. I'm feeling fabulous. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go pop on my kimono and I am gonna go see my guinea pigs and make some content with them. We need to have some cuddles and some quality time together. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching my makeup tutorial. We've got the album coming out, and then after that it's gonna be so busy and so crazy, and I'm very excited to just fill up my schedule and just have a really exciting time while also embracing the chill lifestyle, which is Kyoto. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!